Hello everyone. Good evening. Just put up a thumbs up if my voice is coming out fine. Hello. Can someone just comment a thumbs up if my voice is coming fine? Chocolate boy. Yeah, Seema Sharma, thank you so much, and Saujanya, thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Dreamland Publications, and from Aryah Inspires, I am Sree Karuna, going to share a beautiful story. And what story it is going to be? From which book of Dreamland? There are all kinds of stories from Dreamland. As you all know, you're fans of Dreamland and all that. And in Dreamland, we have the Bible stories, we have Panchatantra stories, we have Ruskin-born stories. And the Panchatantra and Ruskin-born stories have come to you in the previous week. So today, it is the time of bedtime stories. I know 4:30 p.m. is not bedtime, but if you hear the story now, you can share with your little ones today evening or today bedtime, tomorrow bedtime, or can start the new year with the bedtime stories, right? So before going into Dreamland's bedtime story, let me tell you something about Aryah Inspires. So Aryah Inspires is into storytelling of different kinds of stories for kids, for adults, storytelling workshops, and if your kids have some subjects which they say very boring, like math or science or something, they will storify, and they have workshops for parents and teachers which storify subject like math and science. So that's about Aryah Inspires. And now about me. I live on the east coast of the Indian map. The Indian map starts like this and takes a curve. That is when Andhra Pradesh ends and Orissa starts. In that corner, I stay in the city of destiny. It's called the city of destiny. It is Vishakhapatnam. I introduce my friends that it is like, the eastern Goa with hills and beaches. It's a beautiful place. And I'm a storyteller. I tell stories to kids and adults, and also I love telling stories to kids. My both daughters have grown up listening to my stories, and eventually I became a storyteller. I'm also an NLP practitioner and mindfulness coach and a happiness coach. But right now I'm enjoying ending this year with sharing a beautiful bedtime story from Dreamland Publications on behalf of Aryah Inspires. So without much ado, let's go into the story. Okay, so there are 101 bedtime stories from this book that my friend Shivani is going to share with you in a little while. So, and show you the book. But which is that story? Most of you must have heard already, or heard long ago when you were a child. Whatever, whenever you heard, let me try to tell you to you in a different way. So, the title of the story is The Legend of King Midas. All of you must have heard the phrase, Midas touch. It turns everything into gold, right? So long ago, very long ago, don't know how long ago, there lived a king. His name was Midas. And like all the kings, he was a happy king. His folks were peaceful and everything was going fine. But King Midas had one wish, and that wish was he wanted to be richer. He wanted to be very rich. In fact, he wanted to be the richest king in the world, and his kingdom to be the richest kingdom in the world. And then he prayed and he prayed and he prayed to a fairy. The name of that fairy was Silenus. And suddenly one night, the fairy appeared. Yes, King Midas, what is your wish? Please let me know, she asked. King Midas said, I want to be much more richer. I want my kingdom to be the richest kingdom in the world. Can you grant me any wish? She said, yes, please ask. And he said, grant me a wish that if I touch anything, it turns to gold. And the fairy said, "Are you sure you want this wish? Please think again. I'm giving you one chance. Would you still want to go ahead with this wish?" Then King Midas said, "Yes, I have thought very well. Whatever I touch will become gold. And when everything is gold, I can trade that gold with whatever I want. The fruits, crops, spices, horses, elephants, chariots, anything, gems. And across the world, everybody would be wanting to trade that gold with me. My kingdom would be the richest," he said. And then the fairy said, "So be it. I grant you this wish." And she vanished. And then King Midas wanted to test if the fairy's wish is working or not. He looked here and there. He found 2 small silver lamps, and as soon as he touched, he was just waiting, and they turned to golden lamps. Oh my God, he was so happy. Oh my God. Then he had some wooden bell and he touched it and it became golden bell. And then he thought, everybody wants jewelry. I have a princess and she would want jewelry. And he had some silver necklace there, and the silver necklace, and he touched and it became a golden necklace. Oh my God, he was so happy. Then he thought, let me test it on cloth. And when he tried to test it on cloth, he was finding for him some cloth here and there, and he saw a colorful cloth, and he touched this colorful cloth and it became a golden cloth. Oh my God, he was happy that clothes also were becoming so golden. And then thought, okay, my boon is working. I am so tired with all this excitement. Let me go and sleep. And he went and he touched his bed. His bed, as the best of the craftsmen have created, had the softest feathers, and it was such a comfortable bed with lots of, mattresses and pillows. But as soon as he touched his bed and lied down, the bed became so hard, because gold is hard, right? It was a hard gold bed. It was so cold because it was made up of gold. He thought, it's okay, I am sleeping on a golden bed. And he slept, but he tossed and he turned and he tossed and he turned because it was so hard that he couldn't fall asleep. Next day morning he got up and then he tried to go and have a wash. As soon as his hands touched water, water became gold. He thought, it's okay, now I'm hungry. But still, he didn't think further what is going to happen. And he went, sat on his dining table. His dining table chair became golden. All the upholstery became golden. The table became golden. And then he ordered his servant, come, get me my favorite breakfast, some fruit and all that. And his servant came rushing in with his favorite fruit. And when the servant came rushing in with his favorite fruit, he was so hungry, he tried to eat the fruit. And he took the fruit in his hand, and immediately the fruit became a golden fruit. Oh my God, he couldn't bite. It was so hard and so difficult. And anyway, who will eat a golden fruit? And then he realized, oh my God, I can't have a wash. The water turned to gold. I can't eat something. The food turned to gold. Now I'll be hungry forever. I will die. I'll die of hunger. Oh my God. And then, hello. And then he started crying. And then this, his princess came. his princess came rushing. His princess came running. It was morning and she wanted to hug her dad. And when she came running, she wanted to hug her dad. She was a little princess. And the princess said, wait, don't hug me. Stop there. But the princess came and hugged him. And she turned into a golden statue. Oh my God, the king was so distraught. He said, oh my God, what did I do? What wish did I ask for? And then he started praying again, praying ardently for the fairy to appear again. And seeing his distress, the fairy was a very kind fairy, Silenus. She came and she said, yes, king, what happened? He said, please, undo this wish that you have granted for me. I don't want, gold at all. And the fairy undid the wish. And then the king realized that it was hard work and being fair and not greedy and, to be just satisfied with what you have, that is true happiness. And then on, he never asked for this kind of wishes, or he never dreamt that he wanted to be the richest king or his kingdom to the richest kingdom ever. He just wanted everybody to be happy and content. So we all have to be content in life with what we have. If we want to touch everything and everything, what will we do with lots and lots of, what will we do with lots and lots of, gold and riches when, we can't eat, we can't be content. And now we have Shivani, and she's going to show us the book, 101 Bedtime Stories, from which I picked up this particular story. Yes.
Thank you, Sree Karuna. That was a beautiful narration. Beautiful narration. And everybody, I want to show you this book and also show you that the beautiful narration that Sree Karuna did was for the story. And this story is written in just a few lines in the book. So in that ways, the book is kind of a boon for the parents who say, we don't have a lot of time. So it's like a 2-minute read, and that 2-minute read can open the horizon of imagination and creativity for your little one. And Sree Karuna, I just loved how you used simple objects from around you. So my daughter was also listening to you, and as soon as the cloth turned from pink to golden, and she was like, how is this happening in real? So that's the magic that you create for your child just by using objects around you. You don't have to go for grand sets and big puppets. As a parent, we often think a pillow can become a prop or an object in the story, and many other things that you saw Sree Karuna do. That was fabulous.
I mean, and when you conjure up things like this, I had 2 silver diyas and 2 brass diyas. When you conjure up things like this, the kids will be so enticed that they will be full of awe. They need that little magics that we do as moms, right?
Right.
And Shiva, I wanted to ask you, is it a regular thing for you to tell bedtime stories to Aryah?
Yes, we do. In fact, it's not one story. It has to be 2, 3, 4, 5, and sometimes more. Or sometimes it's the same story every time. So this book, and there are many other in the series, they're all treasures of 101 tales. So you have your child and you are sorted for days and for at least a year with all these books.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. 101 stories and so many collections. We have the whole year sorted, or a couple of years sorted. Dreamland Publications as even my children used to love all these books, all these Bible stories and all that. And one more thing that I wanted to share about bedtime stories is, we as moms want our children, to imbibe some values and some good manners or everything, good human values and all that. I've never heard from a psychiatrist or, psychologist also that when children are sleeping, they're in this, meta state, the time between their, in deep sleep, and they're just about falling asleep. And in that state, when they are listening to something, they will stay in their memory for a long, long time, and they're deeply imbibed into them. So that's why this bedtime story ritual between a mother or father, between a parent and child, is so, so important, especially in the growing up years. 0 to 6 years is like, it's a must. After that, the child will develop vocabulary or reading skills and read on themselves, but 0 to 6 years, this is a must, and that has given wonderful results. My elder one, reads, and she's a writer now, and she's selected to be a writer in her university and all.
Wow.
And I thank these habits that I inculcated in her as a child. And yeah, and with Shivani and Aryah inspiration.
What kind of stories should we choose for bedtime stories? Do you look for some special characteristics in the stories, or any story is good for a bedtime story according to you?
So as I said, the good manners, ethics, and these Bible stories or Aesop's fables and moral stories, and even in Panchatantra, that is like how you use it to get out of a situation. That's like making your child a little bit more confident and intelligent. So these all stories are very, very nice. The only genre that I would, as a mom, advise would be keep away anything from little horror or suspense or mystery or crime, that can be left. They grow up
Yeah.
and they
So I want to add a little nugget here that though bedtime is a very good time for stories, we totally believe that any time is a good time for a story. So these
I
genres that Sree Karuna mentioned could be saved for other times when your
other
child is in a more excited and a receptive state for that
absolutely,
kind of information.
absolutely. So angels and fairies and this calm kind of story will put your little one to a peaceful dreamland of dreaming about all good things in the world, and that is the kind of
Thank
story
you.
I would recommend.
Thank you, Sri Karuna. Thank you so much. And with that, I want to show you this book again and tell you and remind you that all these books are available to buy on Amazon, Flipkart, and Firstcry. And you can, of course, write to Dreamland's publications page where we are live from. And if you have any questions or queries, this video will be available even after this live has ended for you to watch. So please put in your queries and we'll be happy to take them.
And before I sign off, Shivani, I just wanted to input one more thing, that as moms, we want our children to learn about numbers and new words and vocabulary and
Right.
languages also. Like here, Dreamland publications are available in Hindi also. But suppose some concept is taught to them, like squares or triangles and all. So in the same story, I could just say King Midas was sitting in a square, dining table where all sides are equal. So that will also go as a part of a story, and so knowledge is
Recap of the concepts that they are
yeah,
doing.
yeah. So whatever it
Stories
is,
are just amazing.
amazing. Anything and everything you can fit into that. No?
Lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. And with that, I'll sign off, Shri, and see you later.
Thank you. Thank you for joining and showing the book, Shivani. I truly enjoy narrating the story, and thank you, Aryah Inspired, for the story maze and this. So that was King Midas' story, and there are more 100 stories in the book. But for today, I am signing off here, and there will be more stories from Dreamland publications and live sessions for you mamas to pick up and understand, and in how animatedly you can tell a story to your child, so that the child is like, all eyes and ears, towards you, and the bonding that develops during bedtime. It is a lifetime one. Of course, by birth we have lifetime bond with our children, but this connecting at the bedtime, if you make it a ritual, that is like it is like, it repays you in lots of hugs and kisses and loads of love. And when the kids grow up and when you look back into your sweet memories, your treasure chest is filled with lots and lots of wonderful moments. That's what life's about, to make memories with our kids. Thank you so much for everyone who have joined, and keep coming back to this page. I'm ending the live session. Thank you.